It's a journey, y'all. It's called The Journey Within. That's what my friend said to me. She said,
Genius.
there's no greater journey than the journey within.
Alrighty, gang. What's up? We're back again. I don't know where this is gonna go, but I feel like this is a part 2 or a second part to the reading we just did. Again, like Spirit likes to do this to me lately. I'm like packing up the cards and whoop, something pops out, right? And interestingly, I mean, look at the pre-poll that I've got here already. If you do come from the previous reading, I mean, whether you have or not, I don't think it's over it. Like, well, it matters, but also it doesn't matter. I have this belief that, like, if you're here for what this message has. But if you did check out the previous reading, then you can get more from this one. Or if you're starting with this one, then you can go back to the previous one to kind of get a full picture of what's actually happening over here, right? Extend the picture. So kind of, you can look at this reading as an extended to the previous reading or the other way around. I just feel like if you've found yourself here or in the other one, you're gonna enjoy what's coming out of both of these together to get like the full picture, even though each one is like a picture within itself. Wow. How interesting that is that like the things that we create are already complete as they are, but when they are put together with other things that we've created, then we can actually tell a story. We can actually see like a journey or like a passage of time between different aspects of an energy, or even being able to see something from like different dimensions, if you want to look at it that way. I think it actually like speaks to how we are more like multi-dimensional even in our expression, in how we live, how we conduct ourselves. Because I like to think of what's this thing, Johari's window. Johari's window is like this exercise that you do where you you make a square, or like a Cartesian plane where it has like 4 squares, and I think the one square is something that you know about yourself that other people know, something that you know. The other one is something that you know about yourself that other people don't know. And then there's one that like maybe other people know that you don't know. And then the last block is like something that nobody knows, like something like that. But just go check out Johari's window, you'll get what I'm speaking about. But it's a nice exercise to like not only discover yourself, but also see which parts of yourself are shared with others, right? And interestingly, first thing that I noticed was like, oh damn, after all of that like shuffling and mixing up of the cards, we have 3 cards that appeared in the previous reading here again, but now they are all in the background. So hence why I'm saying that this is like another side, another dimension to the art, to the reading, to the message, to the creation, to the creativity. So I'll start here and then work our way up, because we're going all the way up. Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. And we're about to blow up too, right? By the way, welcome to Roots Holistic. It's your boy G3 Easy, coming through with the action easy. We are in our soul medicine series, and yeah, that's it for the intro. Much love, much light. Do all the things you got to do at the bottom. Yes, background cards. First one, Venus, business. Next one, 9 of Pentacles. Next one, 3 of Cups. So, I'm being led to read this as like one full message, right? It's like the thing that you are going to do or create or bring into fruition with your creativity is actually going to be a business. Like, you are going to make money off of this thing. But then I'm also thinking about a business in its full essence. Like, a business has people in position with different roles. A business has like responsibilities. It has a brand. It's something, it's like it's its own thing. It exists, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what's going on over here? Oh, it's this one. Oh, okay, cool. I see. It's tied up with the other one. Hey, listen, things get tied up. Things get intertwined with business, because you got contracts to sort out. Like, you have documentation, you have order, you have structure within your business, right? And the intention, of course, of why you did this thing is granted. I mean, it's huge, it's big, it's okay. Clearly, we're right on the nose. My nose just got itchy. It has the ability to reap more. I'm getting the song by Kendrick Lamar, Money Trees, right now, where money trees be a lot of but that's just how I feel. Today I've been like getting a lot of lyrics and I feel them, but I don't remember them. Ooh, wow. So, your spirit's coming through with some other right now. Listen, guys, it's about how the business feels. It's like people could work at like many different companies or different places, right? You could go and study in Paris, in New York, here in South Africa, but there's just something about like how it feels when you are in a particular space or an environment, and that in itself is not only what adds or fuels their creativity, but it's part of why even other people admire your business, your creation, or the structure, the context that you've set up around whatever it is that you've created. Why people even want to be a part of your business, contribute in your business, or even get the services that your business provides. So you apply that as it resonates to you. Definitely think I'm speaking to someone or people, this collective, people who are those types of people who want to be like paid to exist. You want to be paid to do the thing that you love to do. So fill in the, whenever I say business or art, creation, creativity, like put in that thing that makes you feel reinvigorated about life, that thing that you do that makes you feel like, well, I could wake up and do this every day. I could do this all the time. Or I would love to get paid for just being myself, doing this, showing up in this way, doing this thing with myself or with other people, right? So just fill in the blank with whatever that is for you. And then again, second part to this being the 9 of coins, right? So it's like, yes, you have this whole huge business, granted. The main reason, and I think which is like why this is being brought forward, is also in the middle. It's almost like being enveloped or like, held by the other 2 cards in a sense. It's like, remember that you did this for you. You wanted better for yourself. Goodness, why is my nose itching so much right now? Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, man. You know what? Spirit's telling me that I'm on point today. And listen, whether it's with the reading, whether it's with this energy, where I'm at, how the looks, how it feels, how it sounds, how it, like all the senses, right? How it smells. I think that's, oh my goodness, but this incense I've got on, guys, it's bussin'. Oh my gosh, it's called Lotus. And I'm just not being reminded about how like the previous readings I've done today have had like lotus flowers appearing in them, but now we got to see the lotus. Now I'm getting to smell the lotus. So this is it. You get to like not only see your success, but like take it in, like live in this thing, like breathe it, enjoy it, right? This is like the single card. This is the fruits of your labor. Having your cake and eating it too. Like, come on. This is why you started the business. This is why you are creative. This is why you're expressing yourself in the way that you are, because you want to live life, and not only live life, but like take life by the horns, like get the most out of this thing. Like, I'm getting like an image of like somebody taking like a juice box and like squeezing it to get all the juice out of it. And I mean, this character here from Adventure Time kind of looks like, a cherry or grape, and it's like grape juice, cherry juice type of a thing. So it's like you're gonna squeeze and get all the juices out the grapes, out of the cherries, out of whichever berries it is. I don't know, maybe one person who's like in this collective likes fruit juices. So that's also what's coming through right now, because like it's interesting that I'm saying like it's about taking it in, and here we are in the garden, and oh wow, there's grapes here in the background. And this is a cherry. So I don't know if you're into like gardening or farming or you just like fruits in general. I think that's really cool. But then also, I was also thinking about like how they mature over time, like grapes into wine. So maybe this is speaking to, the progression. Like when you were younger, you liked grapes, but now that you're older, you like a different form of grapes. Like you like wine or something. But that's interesting. I also think too, it speaks to how not only what it is that you're doing maturing with you, but also how your creations and your business, how you like put it out there, has matured with you. Or there's a passage of time that speaks to you and how you get to enjoy things, but also how you create and put out things. So yeah, that's interesting there. Wow. 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 All right. And then last card here. So you being the individual, then now we're moving to the group. This is about you coming together with like, what's that saying? Like two is company, three is a crowd. And when it's three of you now, it's like, of course that's saying two minds better than one, but it's like you and two other people, or you and two other energies, you and your guides. Like when y'all come together, you'll form like Voltron. I'm even getting Power Rangers right now. I don't know what's going on. But yes, it's like just different pieces of the puzzle coming together. So you could have like business partners. You could have people that you create with, you and your spirit team, or you here in the physical realm. Okay, my left ear is going off right now. But you have, again, a community, a following, a presence where you're not only working with these cool people in your business, but there's like a space that your business lives within where those people want to like engage within your business or participate, support it, right? And as a result of that, it's like there's an overflow. There's so much more. There's so much more, so much more. I'm thinking about two songs right now. One, Big Sean, So Much More. But another one by Conway the Machine, also called So Much More. And I mean, for me to even say two songs, both of them with the same title of So Much More, like, how much more is there? More. Like, there's just so much that's available to you and this group of people, because this outpouring, right? It's like one person was blessed with something or two things and then poured into how the other people were blessed, and that in turn created more blessings for everyone. It's like I'm getting like money shower, type of an energy right now. But then just look at the bottom here, it's like this is even like a display of glasses, like how they would, have all those like champagne glasses stacked up, and then they pour at the top, and then like, it like trickles down and pours into the others. But how interesting is it that these glasses also have like, these bubbles around them, which kind of look like cherries or grapes. So this is like the sweet side of life, guys. Like, you know what this is, again, like, I'm getting somebody who's like on vacation, and like there's like a fan, there's like a fern that they're using to fan you down, and someone's like feeding you grapes. It's like you in Hawaii or something. Like, come on, gang, like enjoy the fruits of your labor. I think not only about enjoying it, but this is a reminder like to honor yourself even as you do these great wonderful things to impact the world and your community and your family, your friends. And yeah, you get me, right? Just beyond yourself. But wow, that's so great. That's so great. I like that a lot. Okay, let's put this. I said we're going up, so let's take it up. Let's take it up. Boom. We're going up. But yes, the other part of this message, right? We have, okay, what's this green card here? Looks like you want to be a part of this. Oh, wow. And we had this earlier. Balance. Okay, you want to go with all three? All right, Spirit. I ain't going to hold you, gang. I ain't going to hold you. Let's see what's got. What's popping? Brand new whip just hopped in. I got options. And we've been given the options. Wow. Woo, Togosa. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we got options. So, one option, balance. So we can teach, we can teach balance, live in balance. Okay, one option. Another option here is we can focus on family and the spirit. Okay. And another option here is, again, spirit teaches boredom. Oh, wow. Okay. I think, this is about to like get it like real deep right now. Okay, spirit's like, just pay attention right here. Pay attention. Oh my word. Okay, let me take a sip of my drink. Stay hydrated, gang. You know how important that is. Wow, there's a lot coming through with this. Hence why I'm just like trying to, let the energy energize. But wow. I'm seeing all these synchronicities and everything, and trust me, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, whoa. All right. Okay. Let's cook. So, okay, maybe I'm just going to point out the things that I'm seeing, and I think as I speak to this, it's all gonna weave its way together, right? So first one that I'm seeing here is about the teachers. Firstly, divine teachers, and then spirit teachers. I think there's a part of what you do that is going to teach people or be an example. And at the other side of that is you being taught, you being guided by your spirit team. Like, it's like being initiated to be a teacher, and the teacher is also a student. Like, you're also learning as you go about doing what you're doing. And interestingly, in both of these cards, there's also a heart being given, and it's a full heart. We were looking at broken hearts earlier on, but this is something that's full, that is taking up space, that's encapsulated. It's like in a solid form, and it now can be given. So one side of it, like I'm saying, is that like your guides, it looks like, this is your guides here in the astral or, spiritual realm, coming down to you with this gift that you can now receive. But then also here in the physical realm, you are now being able to like gift not only perhaps to a shadow aspect of yourself, but even to this community that they are creating for you. Because what was given to you, which is shown here, what was poured into your cup, will be able to be poured into other people's cups. And it's interesting how like these scales look like that. They look like cups that are being carried. So it's like you having carried the lessons, the teachings, allows you to pour it into other people. It's almost like you even get to choose like two proteges, or you get to choose two people to further this legacy, this dream, this business. What's coming to mind right now is like in Naruto, where the great ninja, the creator of ninja, I forgot the names, I haven't watched Naruto in ages, 1730, right? But they had two sons, and each son was given a different blessing of the chakra, or like the energy of the ninjas that they have, like the different gifts of the ability. And when they came together, they had different aspects of it. Like, think about it this way, it's like I'm the creator of life, and then I have two sons or two daughters, whatever it is, and one is yin and the other is yang. They can both exist by themselves, yin and yang, but when they come together, they create wow, they create the balance, right? I wasn't even thinking about the balance right now until it just came. Oh my god, spirit, let's cook. So it's like you having done this work, you like are the one who runs this business, and then you can then choose proteges, or people to come up under you, but then you divide it equally between them to say, maybe you handle the finances and you handle the marketing, and with both of them together, the business is running as it should, type of a thing. But again, this is like a shared responsibility, and you are like the connection, you are the bridge. So it's like you are this triangle, and they get to carry certain responsibilities as well. Wow. So interestingly how, I was getting it earlier that this is one of the options. So this looks like the teaching in the physical realm. where what you have accrued, accomplished within yourself, can now be enjoyed or experienced by others who are also going to be able to work together in tandem with one another, because you, like, it's like you are identifying, you know, like certain characteristics or traits within others that would be best suited for this creativity, this business, this thing that you are bringing to fruition, right? But again, on the other side is to say, as much as you've done whatever it is that you're doing, it's, let's say, one thing that's coming through right now is like you put two people in position to run your business, and then you can do more work on yourself so that you can again like come back into this and reinvigorate it and refuel it all over again. 20 and 3 or 2 and 3, because we in the 2-3 zone. Come on now, we ain't playing, but we playing. We in the 2-3 zone. Like, you know, that's a basketball reference. So it's time to take your shot of, you know, pursuing this. That's what Spirit's coming through. So it's like we have to choose one of the options, maybe even more than one option, or 2 of the 3. You know what? Spirit's coming through with some hour today, and it's dope. It's beautiful. We on point, you know. We're smelling it and living in it. We're seeing it. Like, all the senses are like invigorated, captured, or being exercised, you know, like being used, being put to work, or, you know, gaining benefit from. But yes, there's, you know, a part of this being like, again, coming through as like a business, right? But then the other side of it is how there is a part that is in service to the divine, in service to your spirit team, your soul tribe, not on the physical, but also in the spiritual. This is also giving me that energy of like, you know, when they speak of curse breakers, how you, like, your spirit team gets to like accomplish certain things through you, to live through you, break curses through you. They get to honor certain aspects of themselves through you, you know, and you perpetuating the positive aspects and also breaking the negative aspects. So you continuing the blessings and ending the curses. Let's just put it that way. You are now like removing this energy of boredom. What it feels like is more like stagnation, where it's like within your line or within your structure, there are certain like, okay, it's actually two things, right? It actually is the boredom, the one side of it, but there's like certain patterns where, you know, everyone in every, like, they were always like looking for that one person in each generation who was like gonna like break out of the mold and do something different, something out there, which was going to break the cycle of what they were used to seeing being perpetuated within that family cycle, and that person is you, the collective. But then the other side of it is like, it's boredom. It's like, it's more of the same thing over and over, and it's like, not everyone's gonna just fulfill that normal quote unquote life that is being dictated for us. Like, okay, you're born, kindergarten, creche, primary school, high school, varsity, job, family, house, car, die. You know what I mean? Type of a thing. I know that's like very a crude way of putting it, but that's it. It's like that type of life. It's quote unquote boring, because granted, some people within their line or within their life path, it's the greatest thing ever because that family line doesn't have it. But within your family line, within your experience, there's like so much more that can be achieved because so many of them have already done that. So you are the one who's gonna be like, you know, the black sheep in the most positive sense, where you are different in how you conduct, in how you show up, in how you do, in how you create, in how you run things, you know, because you are the one who's in charge of this thing, guys. Like, you know what? And you know what's coming through again with the heart and the offering, it's like you've been given this ability to actually like uplift that, make it exist, like elevate that. You know, you're elevating vibes, minds, energies. Like, you are just gonna take it further. And again, being a teacher, you know, you learn a lesson, but you also teach the lessons. So it's coming through in both ways. It's like more than one thing is being achieved or could be achieved. You said you should you choose this option, or you said you choose this option. Ooh, somebody like in their soul contract, or like, you know, type of a thing like that. agreed to do this within their lifetime, you know, to be the one who would teach others, not only within their family and families, like the card in between, within, oh my gosh. But it's like, you know, your family is going to learn from this, but then you're also going to be able to like parlay with other spiritual groups, tribes, or like sects or sections, right? It's like, imagine like you are part of like the blue team, and then you do so much good work in the blue team spiritually. Like the green team speaks to the blue team, the spirits of the green team speak to the blue team, and they're like, yo, we need someone who's gonna come here and be the quarterback, you know, who's gonna dunk for us, right? Who's gonna, like, you know, just bring about the change that we'd like to see. And then the green, you being the representative of the blue team or your family line, your gift, you get what I mean? Like the people who hone in on that particular aspect get to teach the people of the green team. And then like you then of course identifying, like I'm saying, the people where they are now taught how to be better people themselves. And again, it's like we're on the nose, because it's coming through as like there are two parts of this, right? One where, let's say you choose the bottom, this spirit teacher and the divine teacher path. You are going to be taught things that break curses and continue blessings, but then you're also going to be able to pass it on to two people. But then also, should you, like, that's, let's say you choose those, but let's say you chose like balance and family, you would still be able to be the divine teacher. But now, instead of being the spirit teacher, there's something about your connection with the Holy Spirit, and further like cementing what's going to occur within that line. So instead of you being like the good one in the, what was it, blue team, and then helping the green team, the red team, and the other teams, you could further strengthen or solidify what's happening within the blue team and within yourself. This is more like a question of like, you know, it's actually coming across as like this balance part has already been chosen, and it's like you now have to choose a two else to another two to join as part of this, because there you were, you've already come to this point, right? And then it's like, okay, are you gonna go more into the spirit teaching path or go more into the Holy Spirit path, where you can delve deeper into, you know, what it is that you are doing on a spiritual front. And you know, it's like there's other undiscovered aspects within your family that you could also achieve. Like you could plant the seeds for more people to do what you're doing within your family if you are not going to be the one who does it, because it's like you are the catalyst of all of these wonderful and amazing things. But then it definitely comes across as like, because of everything that you've done, you are definitely going to have like I was about to say a surrogate, but like you are definitely going to have, you know, people under you. This is even like you being like an auntie or an uncle, and then your nieces, your nephews, your sons, your daughters are the ones who are going to take this further. And you know, it's giving intergenerational, like multi-generational, not only within your family, but just the impact, the spread, like, yo, it's just beyond you is what I'm saying. And this is like your responsibility, is part of what you need to do. So you can make more of these, sorry, confirmation burp, you can make more of these stewards, more of these workers, I want to call it that, or energy workers, or devotees, proteges, like I was saying, within your family. Or you can be that and spark it in other places and spaces, not only within your family. Because I mean, granted, it's coming across as like you are going to inspire someone in your family to do this regardless, even if it's not you. But then it's about what kind of impact do you actually want to make or have, and can you like pay it forward? Can you give what you were once given? Because I mean, here we go with the heart being gifted, and they are now able to give to each other. But then also on this side, you're giving to the young, and those young are being guided by other people. So it's like, it's even coming across as like you could even like work with children, like work with young kids, or like people who are still maturing, such that by the time that they mature, I mean, we were speaking about that with the grapes to the wine, that, because you have achieved this for yourself in your own maturation, you can help people while they are still in the grape form before they are in the wine form. Wow. Wow. I just had to let that breathe for a second. Wow. My lips just going off. Goodness gracious. The other side of that is, again, you being an example of the holy path. You teaching people how to live a spiritually led life, and the importance of, bringing in your spirit team to be a part of everything that you are doing. That they are ultimately using you as an example to show what a spiritually led life, or a life that is devoted to community and being of service, what that results in, or what it creates, and or how it impacts the world beyond just your own existence. I saw 3039 there. So of course the 3 is being divisible into 9, but then all of those numbers having the number 3 in them, right? And that's, again, the community, the abundance is coming together. There is just so much more available. And there I was saying like how the different plants that are sprouting here, and we're seeing that home there in the middle. So it's like it's a place for the family to reside in. It's like, like those families that are like on media. Okay, I'm thinking about the Kardashians right now, but I don't think they're like the best example. But just hear me out. You can have that type of a family where your family is known like that, where each of the members of your family have done something significant because of how you guys have had like your faith, divinity as the basis of everything that you do. Like, let's say you become like a guru, one of them becomes a pastor, one of them becomes like, a yoga instructor. But you get what I mean? Like, all of you have like gone down a different path of life that has an element of spirituality in it. Even let's say like creation, right? Because all creation, like even art, because that's what was coming through over here with your creativity. It's like your art is even spirit led. Like, I'm thinking, let's say, for example, like how in olden times they used to like play drums, and people used to go into like trances and stuff like that. And it's like, imagine now how your ancestors used to play drums and make instruments, and then now you are making music in this era, in this time. And it could apply in a different way. Maybe your family was known for cooking, and now in this time you open a restaurant, and let's say you focus on like plant-based meals, or like you do something that is elevating the vibrations of people in this time through whatever it is that your business is. So it's like your business just goes a step further in continuing the steps or the foundation that your guides, your angels, your ancestors have set before. And again, you get to choose how you spread this thing, not only within the business, but how it impacts also outside of the business. Whoa. What? Like, you know what? Sometimes I just be talking and saying stuff, but I hope this is making sense. It feels really powerful right now. And for some reason I feel like crying. Like, wow. This is insane. Wow. 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 This is so powerful, bro. Like, goodness gracious. Wow. Like, the amount of energy that's gone into you just even being chosen to like be in your family line or like structure at this time, it's it's like it's fated. It's like your guides were waiting for someone like you with your experience, with your heart, with your mind, with your just you to do what needs to be done here, because they know that like the change that they would like to see is possible through you. It's also giving that like not only are you gonna teach like here on earth, but like you too could be a guide once you like transition, you know what I mean? Like you will be a guide to not only in physical, but even let's say 3, 4, 5 generations down, however much or long that is. Goodness gracious. But like, whoa, man, the depth and the magnitude of this energy just hit me so hard right now. And it's just I think the importance, the gravity of this mission and how sacred and how important it is. Like, whoa, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot because there's so much more. Like, how much more? There's a lot. Like, this is like giving like Walt Disney type of an energy. Like, Walt Disney is not even alive, but like the things that he has done are like still to this day. Oh my gosh, man. Rest in peace, aka, you know, like to this day, man, like people get to still experience Mickey Mouse for the first time. Like, you get what I mean? It's like, I'm just thinking recently there was that Michael Jackson movie, and he's not around, but you can already see that's like the type of estate that's going to continually be able to eat off of that creation, off of that brand, off of that business. And like the Disneys, you know, if I couldn't call it that way, like if the Disney family, Walt Disney created something that's so dope that the Disney family just has to exist and continue the brand and like just protect the brand. And you get what I mean? It's like it's just gonna continue because it becomes so much bigger than just you and what you being like the Walt Disney or the Steve Jobs are doing right now. Because Steve Jobs is not there, but like the iPhone is at like iPhone whatever number it is at right now. But I mean, when he was literally on stage of unveiling, I'm just getting that conference where he was like unveiling like the iPhone 4 many years ago. And that was like revolutionary. Like, oh my gosh, we have like a virtual keyboard. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Because people were like so used to like pressing a button multiple times just to get to a letter or having like the full keyboards. But they had limitations, but there were advances that were brought into that took things further. But that's what it is. You created something that's so dope, so about it, you know what I mean? That like even in your absence, it still exists, it still lives on, and even other people are gonna add to it. But it retains that identity of like, yo, what is iPhone without Steve Jobs? What is Disney without Walt Disney? And what is whatever I'm going to create, whatever you're going to create without you, because you are the foundation of that, you know? And you are just being inspired right now. It's like I'm speaking to like new world leaders. I'm speaking to like the new families of TV. Like, granted, I was making that example with the Kardashians, but like your family could be like the new big thing type of it. You get me? Like, yo, this is like new age creators, new age scientists, new age, like, you get me, man. I know if this is resonating with you right now, you feel me. Like, you are of the new era in terms of okay, of course, you're not capped. Like, new era, the cap is like no cap. No cap, no lie. Oh, Spirit, thank you. No cap. You are of the new era in terms of what is being birthed, created, like, just, it's a whole concoction. It's like a pot of things coming together through your business, through whatever it is that you are bringing through, what is being brought through you, through your creation, through your art. And, you know, there's just so much abundance there. Wow. Yo, man, this is crazy. 3854. Goodness. Sorry. I mean, think about this mug, right? This is a Star Wars mug. I mean, the message here, it says, I am your father. And I mean, even Star Wars. I mean, this is gonna, they keep making Star Wars shows. And it's like, that's it. The brand is so strong that we can just keep going down different paths, different avenues to further enhance or expand on this brand and make it more, tell more stories within that realm, that world, that universe. And it's like you are just creating the universe, and then all these other things are going to happen within it that you are a part of or that you're not a part of. I'm even thinking about like Marvel, how Stan Lee is not even around, but we have the MCU. Like, what? Come on, like Marvel will continue creating more stories about these characters, and all he needed to do was create Marvel and the characters in it, and he just created like the baseline. But the different things that have happened to those creations or characters, granted he was around to see some of them, but there are some things that he'll never get to see, but they'll still exist. You get me? I'm speaking to the Stan Lees, the Steve Jobs, the Walt Disneys. This is for you. Wow. Oh, goodness. Okay. You're not crying anymore. We're here. Whew. Okay. So anyways, the other cards that I pulled up, because we were going all the way up, right? And the foundation to all of these cards over here, interesting, right? Is creativity and creativity guides. Again, I was getting that how, you have guides who are going to aid or assist you in creating this world, these structures, this business, this thing that you love to do that is going to allow other things to be created from that or exist within that. You have guides who are going to help you with that. I mean, okay, goodness. Let me just get some tissue because okay, I realized that, when I went to go get some tissue just to clear my nose, I realized that the other camera died. So if you see some interesting editing, just, yeah, you know what? I was just on a high. I was just going. And honestly, I think that ties into this reading as to how, once you are in your creativity, once you are in your creative bag, what fuels you, what drives you now is just you creating the best things that you can create, or having this long-standing impact, because that becomes the motivation, the why, the reasoning, the drive as to why you're going as far as you are going, or doing what it is that you are doing. But what I wanted to get into with this bottom set of 3 cards now, well, the first one here is the creativity and the creativity guides, and I was speaking to how you have people within your spirit team, angels, guardians, ancestors, ascended masters, you name it, right? Who are going to aid you and support you in the things that you create. It's like, I was speaking to earlier on, like having like different color teams and stuff where they would know like this era or this time requires more yellow, or we need more green, we need more red. But then all the creations will come together and form like a tapestry, form like this beautiful artwork, or these multiple dimensions of completed works which actually come together and then come exist as one thing. The example that I was giving earlier about like how Stan Lee created Marvel, and it's like the characters exist by themselves, but when they come together they form these groups like the Avengers, the Defenders, things like that, where as much as those characters or those pieces of creations, those artworks, those businesses can exist by themselves, when they come together, they can create something else that's different. And even them like existing in each other's universes or realms creates something else. Another example is like with the iPhone, how Apple rather has an iPhone, they have a Mac, they have the iPod. You get me? It's like other things get spawned off of that. And while the product on its own, the idea on its own is great, when you look at them, it's like, it's like creating an ecosystem, creating a universe where multiple things happen, and that there's like a certain like language between them, a coherence between them that exists. And that's what's also happening here. So it's like, all of this is creativity, but then there's painting, there is dancing, there is music, and just using that as an example to say, here are three things that are unrelated, but they can exist together as one thing as well when created within that brand or that umbrella, right? Another card that we have here, the next one, is the Hierophant, and this is what I like to view as the God card. And I think this just speaks to just how grand, how divine, how magnificent this mission is and how big it is, right? And we are just saying how much more. There is just so much more available for this mission, for this expansion. And here we are now realizing that, even God himself, God herself, however you view the divine, is coming through to say, I'm part of this orchestration. I'm part of this divine order in making this come to be, come to fruition, because of how great, because of how just grand, just how huge this is, because it's not just for you, but the impact that it's going to have, and even the other works or the other divine engineerings or orchestrations that God is going to do through you and whatever this business is. Because again, this is the message for the new world leaders, the creators of the new big thing or world, again, that is going to allow other things to exist within it, with that creation being the space that these things can live within. And we are not going to blow it up. We're not going to torch it while we have not even given it a chance to exist. So this is also coming through as like protection, where, God is saying, like, for as long as you are committed to the mission and the path, it will come to fruition. It will. Oh, I just saw 444 there. Granted, I started the recording all over, so don't mind me with the angel numbers again. But like, I mean, the number 4, I like to think of that as security, stability, a structure, and it's, it's solidified, it's firm, it's it like stands the test of time. This is something long lasting, right? Again, the same reminder of how it goes beyond you. This is not just you and your life purpose, but what sets the stage for many other people's life purposes, right? I was thinking earlier the other day about like how let's say someone as a child, they were thinking to themselves like, hey, I want to drive a SUV. But then the SUV that they just had an idea or a dream of driving an SUV, but like the SUV that they ended up getting was, let's say, what's this new car brand, Jator or JQ or something like that. But can you imagine that at the time of like the dream existing in your mind, like I want to drive an SUV, the brand of SUV that you're going to drive doesn't even exist, but you just knowing that you are going to pursue that mission, that idea, that inspiration that was given to you, or that you felt that you were drawn towards, you continuing with it means that like someone else out there created something that you get to live in and experience, regardless of where it came from. But because now it exists, now you get to fulfill your mission through that thing that someone else created, even though it doesn't exist at the time of you having that dream or that inspiration. I hope I'm making sense. I think I am, but it's giving that type of an energy that there are people who want what you are going to create, even though what you're going to create doesn't even exist yet. There are people who are going to express themselves or live out their purpose, live out the things that they need to do through the things that you are going to create that will set the stage for other things to happen, So I'm using this car example because I know that when I was younger, that JQ/Jator did not exist, but they were SUVs of other brands, but someone now is getting to experience that car because someone decided to follow their dream and make it a reality and make it happen. So, also again, the Hierophant, God being within the message, within the cards. I mean, it's right in the middle of this whole spread, right? It's like that example that I was speaking to earlier about having a spiritually led life or having God as the basis or the foundation of everything is what also helps this guidance of, it's like you have a spiritual GPS, if I can put it that way, where you will be led to where you need to spend your time, your energy, your efforts, and who these other collaborators are going to be. So, me even speaking to earlier about how there was like the involvement of all the different senses, the seeing, the smelling, the hearing, the feeling, right? It's like all of those things will be engaged to say like, okay, now is the feeling era, now is the seeing era, now is the tasting era, because now you want to enjoy your grapes and like drink your wine. Now you can have both of them. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's like even at those different points of maturity, you get to take elements of what was and what is to create a brand new thing. So it's like, that's like where people just had grapes first, and then grapes became wine. And then at a later point in the future, people are going to find something that is with both grapes and wine together, but like it's just a new element. It just comes together in a different way where people are like, oh damn, like what is this? It's a new thing. And people right now don't even know that they're gonna want or even perhaps even need that thing, but it's just waiting for you to create it. This is like I was saying, the new leaders, but this is like a new world order. This is like a new tradition. This is like a new way of doing things. I'm also getting this card kind of like in the reverse, where it's like, you're challenging those traditions, those structures, but it's like you just decided to go your own way. You just decided to follow where you were led or being called or drawn towards, and created new things. And it's like other people will get to see the inspiration behind it, the logic behind it, because they're gonna feel like, oh, that, that feels like it's me. That feels like it's an expression of who I am. Like they will find themselves in the things that you're creating. You again, like I'm saying, you creating the bed or the stage or the foundation for other people to exist for themselves within. This is very powerful, guys. This is so powerful. Oh my gosh. And I'm so thankful that Spirit chose me to deliver this message. But it's bigger than me right now. Like I've accepted that. Even me just being able to share this, and there's another word that I was trying to come to there. Also that starts with a SH. Share, deliver, okay, something like that. But just being the steward of this message, honestly, it's an honor. And goodness, just even thinking about it gets me wanting to tear up all over again. But okay, let's calm down. The waterworks, right? But it's that's what it is. Working with the energy, regardless of how it wants to show up. But yeah, next one, Princess of Cups or Page of Cups. Again, yeah, I'm talking about waterworks, and we've got the person who works with the water. Because the page is still the student. It's interesting to know that like the purpose is so grand, it's so magnificent, it's so huge, it's so big, right? But then there's so much to learn about how to work with the energy, how to work with the teachers, with the guides, because you are not doing this alone, one part of it, but the other part of it is like also getting to tap into yourself and how to work with those energies. Like, hey, if it's like the visual season, your eyes need to be proper. You know what I mean? You have to have your spiritual sunglasses on. Oh, sorry, confirmation, but if it's like, the tasting season, where your taste buds at? You know what I mean? Like, if it's the hearing season, can you hear far and wide? Like, you get me? It's like your preparation, the balance and the growth and things that you are going through are setting you up to hone in on you, like putting that aspect of yourself or of your experience to service, to better use. And this is an exploration of that, because again, like we're saying, it's energy work, and the cups are about emotion. They're about energy, right? Energy in motion. They're about the intuition as well. So it's like all this internal work that you're doing is going to reflect externally, but not just for yourself, but for this greater expanse. And in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, they show like the Page of Cups as someone who's like, looking into the cup, and there's a fish there. So it's like you're not fearing, in a sense, like being out of your element or being in spaces that bring out certain parts of you, but they are again teaching you how to work with the energy. And I guess that's the beautiful thing that's happening here, is to say that because you were the willing participant, you were the collaborator, with the number 3 here again, you then now find other grapes, other juices, you know what I mean, other sources to draw from, inspiration from, and to also share with this abundance that's being created, because you will be the bridge for like these downloads, these intuitive hits, these creations, right? And help be a part of the flow, the water, allowing things to flow. Again, being part of the water works. So you might also have water guides, or you have a water sign. That would be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But again, not necessarily to say that it's not for you if you don't have that, but it's just a matter of saying, like, there's a very strong energy of flow, and to just like going into into the flow of things. Like, I'm even thinking like how in the ocean. Yes, the current. Yes, that's what I was going with. It's like how, certain fish follow certain currents. And, even with electricity, there's a current from one point to another. There's a certain flow, and you find certain currents in certain areas with certain, in electronics or engineering, electrical engineering, there's an amplitude, there's power ratings, there's voltage, there's all of these different things that form part of this current, which would be these different frequencies, right? Different things that are forming part of this creation, this business, this abundance. But it's just about your willingness to create it such that all of these things can happen. So, man, this is powerful. I'm even thinking about like as a wire, where like a wire has heat, a wire is moving electrons, a wire is moving, again, the voltage, the amps. It's like, who created the wire? Or who created the wheel? And how many things have wheels? Like, it's that big. You creating something that is going to be a part of many other things. And it's like a new creation, a new idea, a new invention. It's wow. It just is. That's the best way I can explain it. It just is. It is. It's God. It's everything. Wow. I think this is definitely like top 5 readings for me. Powerful 1519 there and 1521. But this is insane, like in the most beautiful way. My mind is, I'm about to blow up. Yeah. Oh, I just saw an orb like going across over here. But wow, man, like, this is amazing. Thank you for joining me again, gang, on our Soul Medicine series. Wow. Who knew you manifested this message, huh? Who knew? But here we are. Peace and love, gang. Always love and light. And we recognize the dark too. We don't shy away from that, because we're balancing out here. But yeah, let's have a beautiful day. I hope this reaches all the people that it needs to reach. Oh, God. For choosing me for this. Wow. I'm in awe. I'm in awe. But anyways, much love. Peace, gang.